and welcome to this video. Today I'm going to be doing a baking video, and it's been quite a while since I've done my last baking video on YouTube. Probably like 5 years ago. The last time I made a video was making Snickerdoodles, and that was for the premiere of the first To All the Boys movie, which I believe came out in 2016. So today, in memory of the series and the movies, and because the last movie has already come out or is coming out soon, I am making another baking video. Today it's going to be a little bit more complex. I wanted to up the ante for this final To All the Boys baking video, and so today I'll be making cinnamon rolls. And I wanted to make cinnamon rolls because I saw a Kristin Johns video of her making the perfect cinnamon rolls, so that is what I'm going to do today. I am also decked out in my University of Virginia gear today because, as you may or may not know from the books, Lara Jean wanted to go to UVA with Peter, and it was unfortunately changed in the movie, but I'm going to go with the book today, and I'm going to be repping my alma mater wear today and wear the University of Virginia sweatshirt, and I'm wearing matching sweatpants, although you can't see. So yeah, with that all in mind, I'm going to begin the recipe. Hopefully I don't fail because I've never made this before, so wish me luck. Okay, here's a B-side video for you as I try to even get this whole cinnamon roll thing rolling, because the yeast has not been working. So I wasted like 2 packets of yeast already, and I think the third one's working, but this is what happens when you don't try out the recipe first and have pretty much no idea what you're doing. Anyways, back to the video. After some technical difficulties with the yeast, I'm back. I'm going to be out of frame for most of this video part of the baking part, but you'll see my hands and I will try to explain everything that I'm doing. I'm going to be following a recipe which is on my left right here, and let's just hope everything goes smoothly after the yeast fiasco. Okay, let's go. So I've got my yeast in my warm cup of milk, 1 cup of milk and my yeast, and it has bloomed and everything. So I'm going to pour that into my big mixing bowl. Thank goodness it worked finally. I'm gonna set that aside. I'm gonna add my 2 eggs. These have been left to room temperature. These are definitely a lot easier than all of this bread stuff. So 2 large eggs, in we go into the same bowl. And then we're going to add our melted butter. This is 1/3 cup of butter. I'm going to, geez, I really hope that's okay because it got congealed. And then we're gonna add our 1/2 cup of sugar as well. Okie dokie. 1/2 cup of sugar, and then we're going to mix this all together. So I'm gonna go out of frame again to mix this over there. Okay, so I'm gonna leave my mixture in there, in that bowl, and I hope everything's okay because that butter was starting to harden again. But now I'm gonna add my cups of flour into the same mixture and mix it until it's barely combined. There's going to be 4 cups of flour, all-purpose flour, and I'm going to be adding it in little by little. And there's going to be a leftover 1/2 cup, so it should be total 4.5 cups. We might not have to use the last 1/2 cup. So let's hope this works. Okay, so maybe you'll be able to see, but I'm going to be starting to add, Jeez, I'm really worried about this mixture. The flour. Okay, so I probably am not in focus, but there's going to be a point where I can no longer use the hand mixer anymore because I don't have a stand mixer and those fancy attachments. So I'm going to have to do this by hand. Let's hope this works. Just knead until it's all combined. Or barely combined, as the recipe says. Okay. That is barely combined. I'm going to leave it for 5 minutes just to let the moisture soak in, and then I will be back to knead it more thoroughly. Jeez. The theme of this baking video today is I hope everything works out. Okay, so we have let the dough rest for about 5 minutes just for all the dry ingredients to moisturize. And then we're going to knead it for 5 to 7 minutes. I'm probably going to knead it for a little bit longer because I'm going to do it by hand. And we want it to be tacky, not super sticky, and then pretty elasticy and smooth. So anyways, let's get kneading. Okay, so I have been kneading for about 15 to 20 minutes. I could probably knead the dough for a little bit longer, but I am so tired because I'm doing everything by hand. So I'm going to let the dough go and I'm going to start its first proof. This is what it looks like. Looks pretty good. And yeah, I'm gonna put it inside a greased metal bowl and place it in my oven with the light on for about 30 minutes. So I'll be back once it proofs for the first time. While we let the dough prove, I'm going to be making the filling. And for the filling, you're gonna need half a cup of salted butter, softened, which is 1 stick of butter. What else are we gonna need? 1 cup of brown sugar and 2 tablespoons of cinnamon. I do not know if I have 2 tablespoons of cinnamon, but we're gonna use the amount that I have. So yes, let's combine this all, and then I'm gonna take it over to the hand mixer station in the back, and I'm going to mix it all together. So we're gonna go in with our softened butter, which is semi-melted. There we go. I'm gonna put in the leftover cinnamon that I have, which I'm gonna guess is about 1.5 tablespoons-ish. But we're gonna put all of that in. And then finally our brown sugar. We're gonna put a cup of brown sugar in. This is what it looks like, more or less, and then I'll mix it up over there. Alrighty, so we have about 10 minutes left to proof the dough. The filling is ready right over here. I am currently eating a snack to sustain myself throughout this whole process. And then once the dough is ready, we'll bring it out, praying and hoping that it rises. We'll spread it all out, put the filling in, roll it up, cut it up, prove it for one more time, and then hopefully bake and eat it. So yes, at this point, I'm just really hoping that we get cinnamon rolls at the end of this. Okay, see you soon. So we are back, and our dough has proofed for 30 minutes in the oven, and it has definitely grown in size. It is large. I ended up not using a metal pan, hence why it's in this glass bowl, and I'm going to dump it out onto my parchment, and we're gonna roll it out and then spread our cinnamon filling, and I will show you the process and how it looks. So I have my rolling pin. I'm gonna do my best to roll this out. And they said approximately 24 to 15 inches by 15 inches. Alrighty, so I have our dough rolled out. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the filling and spread it all over evenly onto the dough. Alrighty, so my camera is dying, so I'm gonna have to use my phone to record the rest of this. We're going to go ahead and roll this. I'll show you once it's rolled, and then I'll cut it up and then put it in our pan. Alrighty, so I have it all rolled up. Here's my pan right here, and then I'm gonna cut it up into approximately 12 rolls, and then we'll put it in the pan, and then we will put the heavy whipping cream all over it. Alrighty, and then once they're in the pan, we're gonna let it prove for 20 more minutes. But first, I have to add a half a cup of whipping cream over the top. Okie dokie, so oven is preheated to 375, and we're going to put the cinnamon rolls inside the oven for 20 to 22 or 25 minutes. Oh, this is so heavy. Alrighty, so the cinnamon rolls are out and done. Thankfully, it worked out. They look beautiful. To finish them off, we are going to make the icing, but with a twist, because we do not have any cream cheese and I do not want to consume any more butter. So we're gonna just make icing out of powdered sugar and water, but the recipe for the original cream cheese frosting will be down below. So for my version of the icing, we're just gonna use some powdered sugar and then add water teaspoon by teaspoon until we make like a frosting consistency. I'll just start with 2 teaspoons of water and whisk it until it's a thick consistency. Okie dokie, and that is the icing sorted. And then we'll go ahead and pour it on top of the cinnamon rolls in a moment. hungry, so I'm gonna try the cinnamon roll. Oh, it's warm still. It's good. Okay everyone, so that was me baking cinnamon rolls for the first time by scratch, following Kristin Johns' video and the recipe that she adapted. As you can see, today is a new day. It is actually more than a week after I filmed that baking video, just because I was just so out of it after the whole process and couldn't collect my thoughts at the end of the whole process. And so now I'm filming the outro, but I kept the sweatshirt on for continuity's sake. And as you can also see from the last clip, my review was very half-hearted, but that was solely because of how tired I was by everything that had gone wrong throughout the whole baking process. But the end result was actually so delicious, and I highly recommend you try it, especially if you have a stand mixer. That will change the game for you, make your life so much easier. But even if you don't, I guess you can give it a go like I did. It was very delicious, and I would definitely make it again, but not for a while because I'm a little traumatized by the whole experience. But anyways, glad that I gave a challenge a go, especially in light of the To All the Boys 3 movie release, Always and Forever Lara Jean. I'm glad I went all out for this premiere. So by the time you're watching this video, the movie should be out on Netflix because this video is being uploaded on the day of the release date. So yes, maybe you can give this a go and channel your inner baking Lara Jean and watch the movie after you finish your cinnamon rolls. Maybe that's the plan. Maybe that's a deal, but whatever you do, hope you enjoyed the video and hope you will have a great rest of the week, and maybe even hopefully watch the movie very, very soon, like I will. And yes, that's it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in my next video.